Hello, my name is Anzaara. Many of you may have heard about all of the latest new technological advancements. But really, how has the novel's new transparent computer helped us for the better? Has Tesla's autopilot system done any good? When you think about this, you realize that the world that we live in today is shaped by producers, influencing us to buy the most modern creations. As technological advancements continue to be innovated, it affects the world as it is seen today. Many people think that these technological advancements are benefiting the world for the better. However, I strongly disagree with this idea. Rather, I believe that as technology is becoming more advanced, people are starting to become a little too reliant on these technologies to complete their tasks for them. As a result, lately, people have been very idle within societies, procrastinating tasks knowing that these AI softwares can complete their work for them. As the world starts to depend on various technologies ranging from smartphones to laptops to iPads, there may be some benefits, but the negative outcomes outweigh the positives as they can harmfully impact us from our health to the way we view something. To specify a situation, I was influenced by others to write this speech using ChatGPT. Crazy, I know, right? However, as I've always limited the amount of ChatGPT that I utilize, I was able to control myself. I see so many of my classmates and even some of my friends use ChatGPT and other artificial intelligence websites to write essays and complete projects for them. This resulted in me being influenced as well. But every time I started logging in, I remembered that using my brain to write the speech was much more effective and beneficial than any artificial intelligence. I realized that thinking for a while and then randomly getting a spur of the moment idea satisfies me in a way that using ChatGPT can't. I enjoy the process of researching and stressing for days and then randomly getting the best idea when I'm eating lunch on a hot summer day. I had even put my topic for this speech into ChatGPT, but then I realized what I was doing was wrong. I decided to change my topic completely and complete my own research as I felt it was unfair to those who actually put in the effort and that I was not being benefited from this as well, as stated earlier. As it can be seen, ChatGPT is one of the most common ways in which technological innovations have affected society for the worse. A survey shows that 43% of college students use ChatGPT and similar AI software to complete homework, essays, and at-home tests. Similarly, 21% of educators have been admitted to using ChatGPT for preparing lesson plans and content delivery. This shows the double standards within society as students can face dire consequences for using ChatGPT, while educational administrators can use softwares without worries. Many teachers have started to become more distrustful of students as they believe students are infringing academic integrity by using ChatGPT, which is a complex system of artificial intelligence which can write in the way humans would write something. As it becomes smarter, it can replicate the exact same methods, including errors and grammatical mistakes of how a human would write something. This makes it harder for AI detection methods. This has also led to more anxiety or mental health issues within students as they worry their own original work will not allow them to ace a class. They believe that using ChatGPT will allow them to pass it off as their own work. Rather, in these situations, teachers should encourage students to write their own works while explaining the abilities of your own and acknowledging the concerns expressed by students. Another common method of technological advancements affecting the way people live today is that it limits physical interactions with each other. One example of this is the decline in teen drivers from previous generations to today. A study by the University of Michigan shows that an average of 79% of teens between the age of 16 and 18 got their driver's license in 30 years ago. However, the percentage has plummeted to an average of 59% in 2010. As you can imagine, these rates will only get lower as the years pass by. The researchers at the University of Michigan claim that the percentage of teen drivers was inversely related to the proportion of internet users. This indirectly implies that social media plays a huge part in the decline of teen drivers today. Back in the day, teens got their licenses as soon as they could to be able to gain more freedom and to be able to hang out with their friends whenever they wanted. But as technology improved and everything became accessible online, Gen Zers, as researchers like to call them, have been able to hang out with friends online, and they have also been able to take classes online, reducing the need to go to school. On the other hand, if there were to be an event which requires in-person presence, they can use app-driven services such as Lynx or Uber to arrive at their destination. This illustrates how social interactions have been limited and that people have become more dependent on technology to accomplish goals and hobbies. Technology also has a very negative impact on mental and physical health. Technology use, especially social media like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, can cause anxiety, depression, and social isolation. It has been said to link to decreased self-esteem and an increased risk of developing mental health issues. As viewers become addicted, they're stuck in an everlasting situation of not being able to control themselves from staying on their screen. This can lead to poor sleep, causing various health problems. The blue light that is absorbed in our bodies from technologies disturbs the body's natural circadian rhythm, making it harder to fall asleep or stay awake the next day. To relate, after a long while of studying, I might decide that I want to take a 10-minute break. I decide that I want to go on Instagram and text with my friends and see what they're up to. I control myself from being reels as I know that once I start, I will not be able to back up. All of a sudden, due to one reel, 10 minutes turn into 20 minutes, but one more reel turns into 45 minutes. I become disassociated, unable to stop myself from scrolling, even after realizing my situation. This is because technological improvements such as Meta have been said to apply a method of an algorithm. These companies, such as Instagram and Facebook, rely on algorithmically determined content, constantly updating their range. This means that as viewers scroll, they find even more information to view. The revision of these content materials means that as people continue scrolling, they become even more wrapped up in the technologies as they discover even more information. These addictions can lead to eye strain, screen brightness, screen glare, screen time, viewing too close, poor sitting posture, and underlying vision issues. Many people may think that a poor sitting posture can be fixed easily. However, that is not the case, unfortunately. As bad posture can lead to musculoskeletal issues, it becomes hard to recover from once in a state of a down and forward position. You may think, why don't you just keep your back from being bent? But as mentioned before, people become so disassociated when they're using technology that they are unaware that they are harming themselves right now. Technology can also lead to a sedentary life due to a lack of movement, which leads to type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, obesity, and premature death. Also, a 2018 study shows that children are the most affected by technology because starting from a young age, it affects their academic performance, their attention span, their creativity, the way they speak, and their behavior. Technological addiction can also lead to low creativity, low economic development, physical inactivity, poor sleep quality, and higher BMI. As you can see, there are countless negative impacts, and I named just a few. To summarize, the world as it exists today is impacted by the ongoing innovation in technology. Many believe that the world is improving as a result of these technological innovations. However, that is truly not the case, as people become more reliant on technology to complete their tasks for them. This includes the use of artificial software to complete your work for you, limited physical interactions with each other, negative health impacts. To limit these long-term effects, every time you are using any sort of technology, whether you are doing work or entertaining yourself, use the 20-20-20 method. The 20-20-20 method is when you look 20 feet away for 20 seconds after 20 minutes of screen time. Also, try limiting the amount of technology that you use and spend more time with your family and friends. Go outside and play in the park. So, this is the way that technology has affected our society, and thank you for listening to my speech.